I've had people look at me completely shocked and say, but I passed the breath test. How can I get arrested for a DUI? The short answer is because passing the breath test doesn't automatically mean you're not impaired. My name's Hieu Vu. I'm a criminal defense attorney in California. On this channel, I'm going to break down real DUI cases, common legal myths, and the mistakes I see every day so you know what actually happens, not what people think happens. Today, we'll be talking about one of the biggest misconceptions in DUI law. Stay with me because by the end of the video, you'll understand why someone can blow under the legal limit and still find themselves in handcuffs. If you find these videos helpful, save this video and subscribe. You never know when this information can help you or someone you care about. Here's the biggest misunderstanding. Most people believe that 0.08 is the magic number. They think if they blow below 0.08, the officer has to let them go. That's simply not the case. There are actually two different ways prosecutors can pursue a DUI case. The first is what's commonly called a per se DUI, where your blood alcohol level is 0.08 or higher. But there's another theory. The prosecution can also argue that even though your alcohol level was below 0.08, you were still impaired enough that you couldn't drive like a sober person. So what do officers look at? They're considering how you were driving, whether your speech was slurred, your balance, your performance on the field sobriety test, the odor of alcohol, your admissions about drinking, body camera footage, and witness statements. In other words, the breath test is only one piece of the puzzle. I've seen cases where someone blew under the legal limit, but the officer believed they were impaired by alcohol, drugs, or even a combination of both. I've also seen cases where the breath test actually helped the defense because it contradicted what the officer claimed to observe. That's why it's dangerous to assume that passing the breath test is automatically means that you're in the clear. Every case has to be looked at as a whole. So, what's the biggest mistake people make after they pass the breath test? They relax. They think the investigation is over. Start explaining. Admit to how much they drank. They guess at timelines. Volunteer information they didn't have to provide. Ironically, sometimes the strongest evidence in the case isn't the breath test. It's what the person says afterwards. Here's the bonus tip. If you were arrested after passing a breath test, don't automatically assume the officer was right or wrong. That breath test is just one part of the evidence. The police reports, body camera, dash cam, field sobriety test, and the timeline all matter. Those are the things that DUI attorneys should carefully review before deciding how strong or weak the case really is. If you were arrested for a DUI, even though you passed the breath test, don't assume your case is hopeless or automatically winnable. Every case is different. If you have questions about your situation, I'm Hieu Vu. Feel free to reach out to my office. If you enjoyed this video, save it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.